Okay, welcome to another Job Board Secrets interview. I'm Chris Russell, your host from jobboardsecrets.com. Talking to you today about job board stuff. And my guest today is Nin Tran. You can see him there, based down in Silicon Valley. He's the co-founder of HireTool, which is a sourcing tool that's pretty popular out there. It's got funding for that. And a new job search tool called Jobseer, Jobseer. You can see there at the logo there. And we'll talk to him today about what's going on with that thing. So I thought it was interesting from a job board perspective. Nin, how's it going today? How are you?
Doing great. How's it going, Chris? Thanks for having me.
Not too bad, not too bad. So let's get into Jobseer. So, you launched this tool, was it this year or late last year?
We officially launched middle of April, not middle of April, middle of January actually. At the end of January, we submitted the public release to Google Web Store in the middle of January. It took them 2 weeks to get it approved, but yeah, February 1st, you could say, is the public launch. We've been playing with the idea um, since early November of last year, where we saw a huge need for candidates, even before that, who are applying and they don't really, they don't have good resumes when they're applying for jobs. They're good candidates, but somehow they just don't know how to job search. That's
Yeah.
in
No,
itself.
no one teaches us how to job search. They should have a course in college for that, but
Yeah.
they don't. Okay. So my biggest question is I understand why you want to do it because of the way the job search process is. Job seekers suck at, job hunting, but you ran an HR tech company. You were focused on sourcing for the employer section. Why this kind of pivot here? It's not a pivot, but it's additional product. Why did you kind of want to go that route versus maybe just keeping on with HireTool updates and stuff?
Great question. We actually tried a hybrid of consumer and enterprise product right before Jobseer was virtual fair. It was a good product. Essentially, it was doing virtual recruiting events, especially because of COVID. There's a lot of digital transformation happening, and
Yep.
everybody was virtual. Um, that grew really fast, about 2 times the speed of virtual, but it would take it still, 3 to 4 years to catch up to where virtual is today. And then it would have to catch up to the catch up, right? To the additional couple of years. Um, was successful, but not successful enough. And I saw the opportunity in the market to build something purely for the consumer side, for the job seekers, um, and um, and essentially reuse some of our technology, some of the artificial intelligence and machine learning that we've already built for recruiters to find candidates, to match them to professional jobs. For
Yeah,
jobs,
it's kind of like the reverse HireTool, if you will, or a
pretty much.
job search version of it anyway.
Yeah, we tapped into the inner core and obviously build new models and optimize things, and it seems to work for job seekers very, very well. And we've had amazing traction. It's a very sticky product, very sticky product. People are enjoying it. We have about 30% daily active user rate from anyone who signs up, about over 50% DAU over MAU, which is at the level, like, it's as addictive as Facebook is. So Facebook has 50% DAU MAU.
Mhm.
So there's a real value, and people are getting hired already.
It's a
Uh,
daily active monthly users.
Daily active over monthly active users. That's a consumer SaaS metrics that measures the stickiness of your product. Um, and honestly, like, recruiters, you know, we have daily active users, but it's definitely not 50%,
Yeah.
right?
So Okay, let's get into kind of what it is. Let me read this from your press release from February. So Jobseer announced the release of its Chrome extension tool to help individuals shorten the job search process with AI-powered job matching and recommendation features. JobSeeker is a product launched by Hirechul to empower job seekers with accessible technology to prioritize job searches based on preferences and qualifications, compatible with various job boards, including LinkedIn, Indeed, Google for Jobs, etc. JobSeeker is a one-stop solution for job seekers to inform their job search and make better choices. So this is just an extension. Is that correct?
Yes, it is a Chrome extension. It's very much how we launched Harchel at the beginning with a Chrome extension to become like a companion as you search for jobs, as you apply for jobs, as you go on these different job boards, um, and try to upload your resume and apply for those jobs. So the Chrome extension actually reads the job description and compares it against your resume and gives you a matching score. And not only that, it gives you things you may be missing. So for example, I don't know, like we do user interviews with our users, and a guy told me, hey, I really love this tool because I've been a marketing professional for 8 years, but nobody until Jobseer told me I don't have marketing on my resume, you know, anywhere.
Right.
And that could have increased my score tremendously. And I did a lot of interviews on the screening technology and the ranking technology of what happens to resumes after they apply to jobs. And just taking that knowledge, understanding what's going on, we reverse engineered it and built something for job seekers to weaponize and be on top of the stack instead of at the bottom, um, with quick tips, something that's actionable, right? And not just that, we give them insights on company, competitors, funding rounds, how many visa sponsorships they have sponsored over the past quarter year and so on. Like imagine if you're international student, especially with all these H-1B policies changing, right? Your top of mind is, okay, now that I've graduated, how can I find a job to stay in the States and build my future here? And that for them is literally future, right? So any advantage, any um, anything that can get them ahead against the rest of the curve is useful. It's a Jobseer is completely free, and you understand it's not just international students, right? It's anyone who has like pressure and needs to pay bills, especially because of COVID. Um, yeah,
Is this something you could show us? Could you pull it up real quick?
I could. Um, I was not ready for that.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries, Chris. But let me see. Let me see if I can.
Just a
So I
quick,
think
quick 30-second thing. Doesn't have to be a whole demo, but just give a sense of what it looks like, what it does.
give me like a minute to set it up.
Sure, no problem.
I was just doing a lot of things at the time. So Jobseer, right now we support LinkedIn, searching jobs on LinkedIn, on Indeed, on Handshake, on Dice, and we'd love to partner with more job boards. The ones that are interested to ultimately this helps everybody in the recruiting
Right.
process because more quality job seekers apply, the better quality resumes you have, right? The more people get hired faster. So let me see. Ask me another questions, Chris.
All right. So it's free, but what is the ultimate goal here to monetize it? If so, who's paying for this thing? Because, from my experience, and job seekers don't pay for much.
Yeah,
What's the deal there?
yeah, great question. During our research, I found out um, that about half of our users, especially like the job seekers that really need a job, um, they are paying for LinkedIn Premium. That's mind blowing, right? Uh,
I wonder
so
how many LinkedIn paid members there are, like for the premium version there. It's got to be millions, right?
it's not a lot. I mean, comparatively, I don't think,
A couple million?
I don't know, Chris, I do not know. But
Sure, it's
at this
public somewhere.
at this point, monetization is not really something that you know I, we focus on. It's more it's more about, okay, what product can we build and what can it do.
Yeah. Was this more of an experiment at the company, or was something you were really going after here and plan on making a business one day?
This is pretty much here to stay because it's very sticky and it's extremely successful um, right now. So the
And it's Jobseer.ai is the URL, right? But you can find it, I guess, in the Chrome extensions.
very simple and easy. So there you go. Let me show you on Indeed, for example. Um, where's Zoom? Can you enable participant
Oh,
sharing?
screen share. Yep. 1 second.
Thank you.
Where's the screen share? Mute.
Let me,
Make host. I'll make you the host, I guess. Let's do that. How about now?
sure. Okay, let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
So even before we start, right, just go to Jobseer.ai. Okay, it's our newly shiny fresh landing page. I hope you like it. Some 3D graphics. We've been featured in a lot of places now with you as well. And just add to Chrome. It's free. Obviously, I have it installed, but you can just add to Chrome and then it installs and drag this owl guy or girl up front so that you can have it.
Okay.
Now, once it's installed, you just go on Indeed or LinkedIn.com to jobs and pull up your Jobseer Chrome extension. It'll ask you to upload the resume or just sign in, log in, create your profile. I should already be logged in or have my profile. I'll just log in with Google. And I can see, okay, here's my profile settings. Here's my resume that I use.
Okay.
I simply downloaded my LinkedIn profile. In my case, because it's used for testing purposes, but if you're a job seeker, upload your resume. You can have multiple different resume versions because there's different jobs. And you can search. So in this case, let's see if my resume and my profile is not is only a fair match for being a system analyst too. And I match in degree and major and working years, but I don't have waterfall or use cases or business requirement, business processes. I believe that's something that is mentioned as a requirement on the job description, right? Now, if as a job seeker, I'm thinking, okay, this is something that I know business processes and business requirements, right? Which I do. I should put that on my resume if I want this job. But it also tells me, okay, this is the expected salary for this job. This is obviously out of my salary range, right? Especially if you are a more experienced professional and you want to not take a pay cut. This is quite useful tool. And if I want to be more aggressive than just applying for a job and want to get more more intro into the company, I can get, I can talk to the recruiter at one call. That's the company.
Yep. How do you know that recruiter has posted that job or is responsible for it?
Um, so if we know, we know. If we don't, we don't. So we just get a recruiter
Okay.
from the.
So like if they have their email address in the posting somewhere, things like that.
I can get Brittany's email address. We get 5 credits for free, right, on a daily basis. So here's her email. I can click and copy and send her email and say, hey, by the way, Brittany, I just applied to Systems Analyst 2. I would love an introduction to the right person. Or another way to cold email or hustle my way in, right? You can get asked for referral, not from the recruiter, but someone who works at the company. If you feel like, Kevin is not the right person, we can also generate another person for you that works there. You can see their LinkedIn and get their email and stuff. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah. Quickly, one call is hospitality and healthcare. It's a private company, right? It's a big company. As a private, 93. It's got 500 million revenue, between 1,000 and 5,000 employee headcount, right? I can click on and check out their social media. So it's the things that job seekers should be doing by default.
Right.
Their due diligence pretty much when they apply. So they say, okay, this is what they do, the latest news, and so on. Okay. Yeah. And let's just say that I don't want these. I want to look for, I don't know, something closer to home, right?
Good match. Okay. Excellent match. Okay.
Better match. And you just click on whatever you want, and then it will just tell you, um, is it good or not, and what you need and what I should put in that I don't, because I'm not actively looking for jobs anymore these days, unfortunately, like that. But I do know digital marketing, agile monetization, and positioning. So if I wanted to apply for this job, I probably should at least mention it somewhere in my profile and resume.
Yep.
And that would automatically make me a strong candidate for whoever wrote the job description, or even for the screening technology that a lot of ATSs employ and a lot of job boards employ on the back end when they rank candidates from, top match to bottom match. Ideally, recruiters would have all the time to go through all the applications, but the reality is that applications get reviewed within 6 months just because there's so many that don't have the skill sets, right? Don't match.
Right.
Or they just don't know that they don't match because they don't have a guide like this. If I look at this job, right, I can look at, Thomas, ask for referral, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the usefulness of it, from a job search perspective. So, I give you credit there for thinking out of the box. There's been stuff like this over the years. There's a tool called JobScan, which I think does the resume part of this, that they charge for that product. I don't know how well it works. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. But you're moving into this consumer space now. Are you confident you can move out of HR tech into the consumer space with a tool like this?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a very sticky product. It is very, very sticky product, and also very addictive product. So,
and I can see, I would pay for this. Like if I could press a button that charged me like $5 for get more emails, whatever it was, and it was a quick, easy process, I would pay for as a seeker for some
Yep.
data like this.
Um,
As I look at it.
there's literally millions of ways to monetize. There's like, to me as an entrepreneur, I don't look at, okay, how can I make money? I look at how can I impact millions of people's lives quickly, and bring value to their lives. Um, and how can I do that at scale? And if I can do that, money will come.
Yeah.
Right. There's many ways to monetize, and it's just a matter of, which way is right, and which way will also scale the fastest. Right. We at Hartwell, we're very much a product first company, right? We built something that people love, and once people love it, you know, keep building more
Yeah.
value. And we ask the users, so like, how much would you pay for this? Would you be okay with this? Would you be okay with that? And then, business model will come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you luck. Wish you luck, Nin. It's Jobseer.ai. Thanks for the quick tour today, and it's good to catch up with you.
Yeah. Great to catch up with you, Chris. Thanks for your time. I'm
Awesome.
happy to be here.